And in this segment, I would like to present to you some data about Indonesian tea performance. The first data is about the world's largest tea producer. Where is Indonesia? We're going to check the data. Okay, we cannot see Indonesia so far. So the first largest country or the tea producer, largest tea producer in the world is China, with the productivity reaching 1 million tons. And after China, we've got India with the productivity 0.9 million tons. And after India, we've got Kenya, Sri Lanka, and Turkey. China, where the tea tree was born. In this country, Chinese tea tree, or Camellia sinensis, was found right in the Yunnan province. It is on the west part of China. Climate in Yunnan is tropical and subtropical. This is kind of land is very suitable place for tea plants. And where is Indonesia? In 2015, the International Tea Committee recorded Indonesia producing 129 tons of tea. Such amount of production was placed Indonesia in number 10 as the world biggest tea producer. And the next data will be about Indonesian tea productivity year on year, as in 5 years trend. In 2014, the productivity was reached 146.6 million tons, or 1,000 tons, I mean. In 2015, the productivity reaching 130,000 tons, but the number was increased in 2016 and 2017, but the number back again decreased in 2018. The productivity was only 140.2 thousand tons. Tea commodity stakeholders complain about declining productivity every year. Indonesia Tea Board said that every year Indonesian tea productivity is declined. Land conversion is one of the main reasons. This thing become a challenge for the development of tea industry in Indonesia. As Indonesia's largest tea producer, tea plantation area in West Java decreased as much as 6.3% since 2014. So what are the reasons of Indonesia decreasing tea productivity beside the land conversion or decreasing number of land plantation? Of course, the first one is land conversion. The second reason that is, hindering Indonesian tea productivity was the tea production costs are to continue to rise while the price is fixed, and the old and not productive trees is still existed until right now. Various problems are still lingering the growth of Indonesian tea. Tea production costs hiking every year, but the tea commodity price is experiencing slowdown. Tea commodity price in 2018 was relatively fixed. The price between the range of $1.2 to $2 per kilogram, while the cost of the labor is increased by 15%. And the next data will be about comparison in import duty in tea producers countries. Okay, in China, the import duty, when some countries importing their tea to the country, it was implemented only 15% import duty. It seems like Turkey is the country that implementing the highest country with the highest tea import duty. The presentation of the import duty reaching 145%. Vietnam 50%, India 114%, and Indonesia is only implementing import duty for imported tea to the country is only 20%. Indonesia Chambers of Commerce asked government to reassess Indonesia's import duty on tea. Now, the tariffs on import duty for imported tea of 20% are still too small and need to be improved again. Tariffs of import duties to Indonesia are only 20%, much lower than the standards of World Trade Organization or WTO standard, which is 40%. Which countries that keep improving or importing tea to Indonesia? This is the tea exporter, and of course Indonesia as their market. We've got Taiwan with the value or the volume of the tea exported to Indonesia reaching 0.2 thousand tons, and Thailand, of course, other countries. And the biggest exporter, tea exporter to Indonesia is Vietnam, with the volume of the exported tea reaching 9.6 thousand tons. Indonesian tea export to Europe is still constrained by the strict requirements. The government should effectively lobbying the authority of Europe to loosen up import requirements. Indonesian Chamber of Commerce is also requesting government to consider the implementation of non-tariff barriers such as halal certification. And stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.